Okay, folks, back here on a Thursday. A lot to get to. Update, especially after yesterday. Let's talk right to it and get through it today. Really quick, couple announcements. One, we're going to do the thing on it's January 3rd. It's going to be a 2025 strategy schedule, strategy session on the 3rd, probably 12 noon. I'll have updates, details on that. That's available for all software subscribers, even the trial users. So send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. And also, got to tell you, all the new trials, Black Friday special is over, but there's a new holiday discount. So instead of 30%, yeah, you missed it. You had your chance. All current trial users, okay, you guys can still use that Black Friday, the Black Friday code, but that expires on Sunday. No more. Get the 15% off code. That checkout code is 2025, 2025. And then as soon as we hit January 1st, no more discounts. I shouldn't even be discounting it, but it's a Black Friday thing. I'm glad a lot of people took advantage of it. It's the only time of year we do it. Get it now before it's totally gone. Let's jump obvious. Let's get over to Bitcoin, crypto, major markets. We got Solana right here, right back at the 205 level. Currently 201. We talked about this a few times last week. Actually, Tuesday as well. It did the first type 1 move. Now we're back down. And Bitcoin too. Like, it seems like a lot has happened since Tuesday afternoon. I mean, Monday we were 108. Now we're 98 and change. Back down here. This is important. Okay, we're oversold right now at the anything under 100,500 area. Still in this uptrend channel. You need a couple of dots. I mean, you need a couple of green candles to get a dot. Here, check it out. Here we are back in the oversold on amplified. I'm not going to expect this to turn around probably for another day or so. We got to get, you need a couple of green candles for sure. I mean, 98, you're checking back right now, but Bitcoin needs to kind of turn right up, right below this low end trend channel, if that's going to be it. It's like that. We're still in that post 30-day, remember, the 30-day failure period. And we talked about 115 pretty much being the top end target for the end of the year. We got to 108 what? 108 350, and then a stealth 10% correction. We've been here before. We were here last week, 2 weeks ago, 99 all the way down to what was that, 91. And then again, it's happened once a week for the last few weeks. Seems like a lot, really, but we're still on this path. And the low end, listen, the hop level at 96, that's still our kind of support moving forward, with 115 as the top end. So this has been the maximum projected range for the whole move into the end of the year. 96 to 115. You're right there. What's going on, chat? Great to see everybody coming in today. Squirrely, what's up, Snipes? It's been a while. Art, Lawrence, Murat. What are you guys doing? Getting ready? Going to be a slow week coming up. I don't expect a lot of action to really unfold. Yesterday was kind of them letting you know. It wasn't just Powell. Is the market saying we're pretty much done, I think, for the year. We'll consolidate. I'm sure we'll rebound soon, but I really think we'll look at major markets in a second. But I think we've hit some limits for now. But for Bitcoin, that's the deal. That is the deal. The larger situation we got to take a look at is what's going on a weekly basis. We've rolled out of the zone there, 104-ish, and with this kind of top end capped resistance is like 104, 104, 500. And yes, we will get HSI this week. So I want to kind of draw your attention that we've seen this before this time of year and multiple times. But just go back to last year. Take a look at what happened here. We had some overbought signals. Had a really nice move up into the early mid-December range. And then what happened? You went sideways for 6 weeks. HSI capped it, guys. That's what's going on here. And then let's wait and see what happens with Amplified. Can that get to the 50? And can Amplified get down to the 50? Because last year it didn't. HSI, I think getting back to the 50 is a minimum objective, but I'm not. It might be a little frustrating because I think everyone is still feeling the glow after November, so to speak. And you want that to continue, but let's be realistic. And so even if we go into this sideways range like that a year ago, or even you go back, we've seen this before. Right around this time of year. Go into this sideways kind of pause, even with 2020's crazy cycle. Okay, we got up, rallied to late December, then early January, some sideways action, and that was in an aggressive move. Be aware of that. That's where we are. And so that maybe started yesterday. It's not a big deal. It's still, the pattern still failed. Here you go. So the bigger patterns, they still failed. The daily stuff, we're looking for this to bang out a future support range. But 98, 99, what Michael Saylor's just waiting. He's just sitting there with bids right underneath these trend lines. It's been quite a ride. I want to see what happens literally into tomorrow and the weekend. Are we going to break this 50 level on Amplified? Then that would tell me, okay, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more on the downside. Like that. We've kind of cracked that 50 level, and I'm looking here too. This is all about the daily chart, and probably tomorrow firmly pressed against that low end of the trend channel. It's all right though. Look, we were looking for 1025, and this is the other thought I had. Okay, how long did we say 1025? Forever. And why did we say 1025? Because it's this all-time 1618. So can we expect a 3 to 5 bar pause? Yes. I don't think that's, it's probably better, I think, on the weekly. It's probably the better way to look at that. And I think, if we're going to pause here for the next few weeks at this big 1618, and this is the zone. I mean, it's 1025. Really, if we're going to layer those two weekly zones, the 1618 with that 1902, then we're right in that target area. We're giving this enough time. Are we going to blast through that and just continue, or are we going to pause? So far, today's being a Thursday, it's reacting. 2 days ago, that chart looked different. It looked like it was ready to rock and roll. But, all right, it's only Thursday at 100K. And remember, It's a double since August. So to have this kind of stuff, I'm just not I'm not going to be too concerned, but I'm certainly going to look for points where this can get overdone. Can we finally stabilize on this, nice 10% retracement already? Can we get a 20% retracement? That would be sizable. And then obvious support levels coming back, like I said, 96K takes you back where you were 10 days ago, guys. So let's just keep it in perspective. Absolutely. Yeah, listen, and yesterday's S&P thing, that reaction, we probably should jump over there pretty quickly, cover the big markets, and then kind of focus in. Look, SPY was target the whole time, 618. 618. The top was 6 so far to date, and that was on the 6th. The high was 609. We've been looking for this thing. Looking for as high as this, where'd it go? Where's my monthly? There you go. Oh, here with not unadjusted. There you go. Okay. Oh, I did want to bring that up really quick. There's this button to adjust for futures contracts when they change quarter to quarter. Okay, you're not going to get the same results. And that was one of the things I just kind of came across that. I know I was having an issue a week or two ago. It was because I was not adjusting. Regardless, we have the same monthly pattern. The only interesting thing that's really changed is the fact that if this is going to be a bearish candle this month, and that's a close under 603, 602.97 to be exact. Let's see what happens the next few days. That would be something. But again, let's get our eyeballs fixed in the right spot. Amplified still not out. HSI is not even at the 50. So anything we're looking at is like an intraday 4-hour pullback, even hourly pullback. Obvious prior patterns. You have a couple of things here. Just go back to November's bat pattern that started this off. That was the election. Consider that the post-election big pattern. Maybe we're going to sweep back down there, retest that, and that would give you a sizable, not quite 10%, but we're looking for some kind of stealth retracement in the context of the fact that, the S&P's up, or was up before yesterday, was up 30% in 12 months. Now that includes the prior 2 weeks at the end of the year, but year over year, we're rocking. So let's not lose sight of any of that. Let it do its thing. Come back in here, and I'm still positioning for longs. Still looking for, let this retracement happen and give me the next set. The daily time frame, kind of like this. Check it out. Okay, we're almost oversold already. Just be aware of that. HSI is probably a day or two still. So maybe that's today. Maybe that's today and tomorrow. Still have some work down there. And then obvious, like fill the gap kind of stuff, takes you back, only a few weeks. 575, currently 588. Just a little micro squall, if you will. Get some oversold signals. We haven't had a signal oversold on the 4-hour, or the daily charts in September. But what did that bring? A sizable move. And I think the same thing here. I like the setup. Yesterday was pretty much a 1 day off. Because look, that was Monday. Friday, Monday. Last week was kind of a dud. But let's get another oversold. How many of these have we had? You've seen these. You've seen like that kind of stuff. And back here, September, August, every little throwdown move has given you a nice setup for recovery. And that's probably what's going on. This is our long-term uptrend. All of that puts you like, look, 575, guys. If we get down there on the SPY, that's 57.50. And let me show you one other thing. This literally changed yesterday. I mean, it looked like you were going to keep drifting higher on this, but check it out. We did have, where'd you go? Come on. There it is, deep crab pattern. But here's the thing. On Monday, we had a push up back into the zone, despite like an 8-day sideways move. So to me, I thought we could drift higher. 6180 was the target, has been the target. I really thought we would get there. I really thought, not just because of the obvious number, 618, but we have been targeting that hop level. Okay, we're falling a little bit shy. But literally this week is going to be the first week after HSI dot confirmation that would really spell any kind of a 3-bar breakdown. Again, it's so early, for anything other than a mild retracement. I'm just not even, I'm not that concerned on it. I'm just looking at stuff like this. Okay. There's a 3-day range, their 4-day range that was broken. That's all. All right. So we're not going to blast through the 6180. And we almost hit it perfectly, but whatever. I'm fine with that. Even if we offshoot, I think this is pretty interesting too. Check it out. We're just at 1618 of 1618. The July-August correction. I mean, there's the 1618. And that's like 6093, just shy of 6100. So what? I don't know. Like, can we come back down a little bit, like a 382? Again, this is all mild stuff. It's just that we've been ripping since August. The election, all of that, super positive. And then there's your 382. Again, 57.50. And remember this. Maybe we get into this next week, but can we do a type 1? That's possible. Reaction territory. That's it. So let that be a stealth reaction. And again, that's going to give you the kind of setup we want to see going forward, especially as we get into 2025. Maybe we have this kind of grind, but the return move, okay, wherever this reaction ends, we get HSI, we hit target, we get both. The play is still going to be, in the next 4 to 6 weeks here, this is our move for the next several weeks. Using this pattern, using actually the fact that 6180 was not hit yet still begs to question that it's likely to be hit eventually. But okay, I'm willing to deal with, except yesterday, 3-bar, 5-bar breakdown. Then set it back up again. And then look for corresponding long positions. Get into some things that are going to set up. I've said many a time there's going to be tax loss selling, and I want to look at some of those candidates as we get into it. Here's the Qs. Okay, Nasdaq futures are down 1,000 off the top. This is interesting to me too. So where were we 3 days ago? Was at the hop level, no confirmation, 537. I was thinking maybe as high as 550 on this move by the end of the year. That's probably it for now. It's no confirmation here. Kind of fell shy, but we're back under the 50. Let this pattern kind of serve us going into the next 30 days. I mean, think of it this way. 30-day window, right? 30-day window. Well, we got to have to give that 30 bars there. Where's that take you to? No coincidence. 21st. So we're probably into this time period. Going to have some digestion between now and before things can officially get kicked off. That's what it says to me. No confirmation, though. That's a good thing. It's like this. Tuesday, the 21st. Imagine what's going to happen Monday, the 20th at like 129 or whatever it is. I mean, you're gonna see Earth being moved. But if we get this reaction, use the T1 for the return move as well. Look, coming down here. Can we get to T1? I think like a week ago, we would all have gladly wanted that to happen, and that couldn't be the play here going into the next 4 weeks. Like I said, this is the January, end of the year January playbook. I want to do the strategy session on the 3rd because that's right before the first full week. But this is important, an important precursor because you have this set up here. And you did not have this. Look, 3 days ago, we were all-time new highs. And looking like we wanted to threaten that hop level at 537. The first day, which was Monday, it was an inside day. No biggie. No confirmation. I mean, just nothing. No I thought we would continue a bit higher and then maybe put the confirmation like 545 to 550. So be it. It's here. 5.25. Great. I'm willing to say 5.25 resistance for now. And we'll probably bang against that zone once or twice. And then T1. Can we get that T1 reaction to finish? I'd like that. You know, you've got some tax loss selling. So, and that makes sense. I mean, like things like, you know, here's AMD. And we've been looking at AMD for a while. I've been waiting for this thing to trigger the oversold. We just went in there today, finally. I've been looking at this since really like 130. And we got the bat. It probably runs to the 114, but that's the kind of thing I want to start seeing. I want to see that get oversold, hit the oversold level, and then start to do some work tomorrow, next week, at least stabilizing. And that's going to be your 119 currently. If we're down at 114.46 next week, I'm not surprised. But that's what tax loss selling looks like. Day over day, dumping into the end of the year and get oversold, which we're doing. And they're not all created the same way. We saw Broadcom do a huge move, now coming back a little bit. I mean, that was a great first move. I'm looking for opportunities on that one because I think that move is a monster continuation higher. There's the weekly, just bucking up against the top end of the trend channel. But these are all going to be bigger plays to consider going into 2025 and beyond. I mean, that does not stop. You got to the top end of the channel. Let's wait for, a retracement in here. It's like NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA is just another one where it's hitting the lower range of, say, the daily constraints we talked about, which was like 132, 133. Yeah, we have this deep crab. And let NVIDIA be the guide. I mean, we were looking for a type 1 and confirmation. We're not there yet. We don't have any confirmation. Almost. HSI really close. I think on the 4-hour for NVIDIA, do we have it? We had something down here. I think it's a little bit lower. Let me come back. But obviously, look, what's the market done in the last 2 weeks? Not much. NVIDIA is demonstrating that. Some of these others, like Microsoft, they've had a nice bump. Some of the others, like MicroStrategy, yeah, they need to come back. We're looking for that next set. We need a yellow dot. I mean, really have tried to distill that into a simple way to kind of understand how far can it go. We have the level, the crab pattern here, 150. It was perfect. Okay, and looking for T1 to 133. We're 130, 157. And I am looking for an opportunity on NVIDIA for the return move for 2025. Like, let this be the retracement going into the year end, taking profits. This isn't really tax loss selling, but profit taking for sure. Get to maybe 120, that would be phenomenal. We don't have it just yet, but I'm watching. It's like AMD. We've talked about it for a while. We lined it up. It took longer than expected. It's fine. We got to adjust. Yep. What's going on? What's up, crew? DG Silver Bullet. What's up? I think I know you. Don't I know you, DG? I think I know DG. Are you in Peru? Let me know. Fear and Obey. Are we seeing marks of a Wyckoff reversal, trend reversal? I mean, Wyckoff, no, that would be a pretty long schematic. Like I said, we were 3 days. You know, we're 3 days ago, we're all-time new highs. We did hit numbers, guys. And you know, yesterday was a one-day thing, so I'm not too hyped up on one-day pulled back retracements. But if you do recall, look, was it weekly, monthly? Monthly. No, it's a weekly thing for Nasdaq. I was looking at this butterfly. We had that on the Qs. It's kind of there on the futures as well. But I'm more inclined to look at stuff like what's Amplified doing right here. It hit the overbought. It's rolling over. Has HSI rolled over? Not yet. I'll tell you when. I would look for something more only and after that kind of rollover. Okay. I'm still super bullish on 2025. I'm still looking for places, opportunities to get long to continue with what has been going on. There will be many 10% corrections along the way. Many. And they'll probably look a lot like what happened yesterday. If you take a look at that one bar so far this week, that's a 5% correction. So the volatility is going to make your head spin a little bit, but it's all good. I'm just waiting for these. Got to let these 4-hour situations set up. Last time we saw that was a month ago, and that's what set us off for that 1,000-point move. If we're here today with our first HSI, you could equate that to more like back on the 6th. Today's the 19th. I mean, it's 2 weeks ago we had our last signal. These are natural market fluctuations, guys. I'm going to continue to look for opportunities. Yeah, Carthago, Squirrely, Crypto Hoarder, what's going on? Where have you been? What is happening? Happy holidays to everybody. Echo Leaf, David, Greg, Astro Gumbo, everyone else, what's going on? You're new. Okay. Well, welcome, DG. Labor Dash says NVIDIA has a gap fill at 86. That would be something. I'm thinking it's more like 120, my man. It's you know, it's just a normal retracement. We need it. We need a retracement. And look, Nasdaq was down, was up 120, was down 70. Okay, you guys can look. You can go up and down with these kind of movements and expect this to happen. I know people said volatility index spiked up within a really short period of time. I'm fine with all of that and let everyone focus on that. Just show me this easy stuff. Like, show me where the arrows are. Okay, show me what HSI is doing as a starting point. Where's the last HSI? I mean, it's stuff like that where, um, something like that from last week, no dot, but just cap the rally for now. That's not a problem. These are opportunities, and they will continue to be opportunities. And I know a lot of people are calling. How long have I been saying this? For people calling for a crash, and yeah, we're 200% GDP, and the bond market's out of whack, and what you're going to stop people from throwing money, it doesn't matter, into these markets. You're going to have corrections along the way. You've got garbage crypto giving it back. I mean, the super meme coin rug pulls, that seems like it's making a comeback, those rug pulls. So we had a hell of a run. It's 2 days into this, and we're already generating some oversold readings, okay? Let it do its thing. How do you know? Well, again, pull up the chart, favorite market, start on the 4-hour time frame. Are we overbought, oversold? Right now, we're just in the early stages of being oversold, trying to pivot out, and that's like 21,500 or so. Last green line trigger was 2143. Excuse me, 21,437. So let this finish the stabilization. Yeah, yesterday was kicking the nuts, but good. Another little reaction, set it up, and then let's look for this kind of a thing in the next 24, 48 hours of trading. Can you get that out of the oversold? And especially HSI, which is already there. So your next 4-hour candle, we go see how we close this afternoon. But we want that to turn up. We want tomorrow to be mildly bullish. And then maybe get some kind of Santa Claus thing happening. We will be here Tuesday. I mean, we're here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 12:30-ish. We'll do something super light on Christmas Eve and next week. We've got 4 more shows, kids. 4 more shows left in 2020 2024 for me, for us. And I have to say this here. So where we got this? Hold on. Oh, nice. Let me bring this back up. Hold on. Yeah, let me bring that up. You want to look at, a couple people want to look at Apple. Last chance, again, for the late people that came in, we're doing that holiday special, so you can use the coupon code 2025, but everyone needs to get their HPC trial. If you don't have the software and you are here, you must at least get the trial. Send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com, and then get over to get the 15%. So Black Friday is over. Holiday discount software for HPC software. The coupon code is now 2025. You have any questions, you can email me at harmonictrader@gmail.com. Okay, back to business here. Nasdaq's up 15. It's, kind of a nothing. I think you're going to see super light trading starting today and tomorrow. But there's our hourly. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're looking for, is this a possible oversold bump here? Maybe 21,500. This was pretty interesting from this morning. Let me highlight this. 1 minute. 1 minute's been pretty good lately on futures, S&P futures. Actually, check this out. There you go. A whole bunch of patterns. So this is for today. I would look at this 59.45, 59.50 area. That's the critical level for today and going into tomorrow. Are we going to get more follow through if we fail these patterns? And again, yeah, S&P 500, 4-hour charts like that. You're checking back right now. So you still would need, you need 45 more minutes of that bar as the check back, and you would need 2 more green bullish bars. So that puts you into tomorrow before you would even see any kind of confirmation. But that sets it up for literally into next week. And again, maybe light recovery. This is the bulk of the damage. It's kind of what you want. If we get more, so be it. S&P up 20 right at the moment. Yeah, I can go back to crypto in a second. Let me finish up a couple of things here on stocks. What's the Apple? Somebody want to look at Apple. Who is that? Universal Codes. Yeah, Apple was at 250, still at 250, and that's all-time new highs. There you go. 254 was the high. And so even with all of that, Apple did this. Apple did not even retrace. Earnings coming up on Apple, that's a big deal. Thursday, the 30th of January. And all of those earnings are going to start in about 3 weeks. So any kind of retracement, can we get a sell-off into those earnings? That would be a nice setup. But that's where you're at. Apple, totally different than something like Amazon or totally different than Applied Materials. They're moving in different directions. Amazon, I'm respecting this. We were 232, but again, great way to finish the year. No confirmation up here. I would say even for Amazon, this is something where I'm looking for this to continue into 2025. The bigger numbers for Amazon for next year are all the way up here. They're like 290, 280. And it's kind of like a Tesla thing. Tesla, we've just been way in front of that. I would now going to draw my attention to Amazon. We're up here. Now check this out. Have this daily deep crab. Where have we seen that before? Fairly interesting. Let it do its thing. Let it do its type 1 reaction. Type 1 to target 1, 201. So a bunch of these are setting up like that. Nice deep bearish crab pattern on Amazon. Kind of like the fact that it's there, because we get that pullback, then we could then get that recovery move. But this is it's all there for at least that kind of a pullback. Now Apple stronger. I don't have much on Apple. Still up on all of that. A couple more. You guys want to look at what, Mara? Yeah, look, Mara's all of those. Maybe we should start with MicroStrategy and, well, let me do Tesla too. Let me go Tesla really quick, because Tesla's getting clipped a little bit, but this is just going to set up the next level. 432, nothing. We were 480 last week. Amazing. Amazing. We've doubled since October. 8 weeks. That's, for me, I mean, that's, and I still say Tesla is a $600 stock, but you do it by kind of following this kind of channel here. And ever since that bat pattern 216, it's been just crazy. Let's check here, the hourly. So here we are getting oversold here, back in the low end of this trend channel. And that's more like, 405. It's still lower. And we notice we haven't triggered anything, but we're clipping it now. We're clipping that oversold at the moment. Need to pivot out. again, this is all looking like next week type of thing of where, you know, we're going to need another day or two of this. There's regular trading hours on the here, the hourly, the 60-minute. That's almost out, but we've got about 9 minutes to go. Let's see how we close. Really important we hold these numbers. Really important. I mean, literally today. The other big one is Palantir. I mean, it's been Palantir, it's been Tesla, Robinhood. Robinhood, I got clipped a little bit recently. Not happy about that. Here's Palantir. At some point, people are going to start taking some profits. Okay, up at that last glitch at 80. You have an oversold 4-hour situation, and it's at a high level. But I think you got to come back here. Low end is like 73 on Palantir. So I'm watching it. I mean, it's been one of the strongest of the year. We've been talking about Palantir since the summer. Down here, I've been really hitting the table since then, like the low mid 20s, went to 80, now 75. And what is here, I think it's interesting. Look, there's your 1618 right there, about 70, and some overspill. If we come back to that 1618 before we try to do something crazy, that's to be expected. Quite a move. I mean, really, this Palantir chart, and mind you that the bottom was 8, like that to that. So high flyers, all right, let them come in a little bit. I would say go on the hourly or 4-hour, something like this. Yeah, I think over this, you know, Tesla, Palantir, the Tesla's probably a little bit. It might be 420. You know, we retest that HSI line. That's like 420. And then MicroStrategy. Here we go down on the, where's 4-hour time frame? Nice little dump, 25 today. Where's the daily? Here you go. Not there yet. Needs a little bit more to come in. I think MicroStrategies, people are going to kind of pile out of that, maybe as low as 270 to fill that gap. That was it for now, at least. There's the here's the weekly, and here's the thing that I'm looking at for a lot of these. This one is at the 50 line for MicroStrategy. So can we get all the way oversold before that is another spot to jump in? We're not there yet at the 50. We're getting close. Getting close. That's probably all setting up for next week. I think it is under 300 though. Under 300 for that. And then, of course, Coinbase. Coinbase had some things up here. Check this out. No confirmation. And this looked like we could hold 330. No, not after yesterday. And it's like this. There you go. Yesterday's breakdown, just it cracked the range. So got to think that Coinbase itself, it's not 273. It's probably 223. So let it do its thing. You're going to have light volume. No one's going to start jumping into that just yet. You got to let this stuff kind of let the air out. Even what's the hourly? Yeah, here we go. So check out the hourly. Where was it? I think it's extended hours for Coinbase down here. Maybe it was MicroStrategy. But right back at the lows for November. Maybe it was MicroStrategy on the hourly. Hold on. We have some, just a little bit lower. No, 4-hour. Just lower targets for now. So again, yesterday kind of cracked that range, this consolidation range for the last month. Nothing. We need a couple green bars. Need that to stabilize. So there's really no impetus at the moment to be looking to jump back in for the next set of longs. It literally is probably next week or maybe even after the holiday week. Let's look at here's Meta. There you go. Here's Meta on the hourly. And what was it, daily too? Yeah, just a daily. Daily overbought was 625. You're now 603, and this is what I wanted to get at. Daily, even daily Meta. It seems like a lot, but you're really close to registering another oversold. Just here on the daily, okay, you're down. I don't know what. You're down 10% off the high. No, 5% off the high. And you're almost registering that oversold. But a lot of these are in this situation where we need, 2 or 3 more days. So this all points to like next week. I would say Meta showing us the same kind of a deal where you were here back in mid-October. And you took maybe 4 or 5 days down there to pivot out. That's where we're at here. Seems like a lot, I think, because the expectation's so one-sided right now. And you're all home on vacation on the holidays, whatever, looking for markets to continue this move when we went into retracement phase. Literally 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Not even just yesterday, but like 2 days ago. Really quick, here's Mara and Riot and all of those other ones. We talked about this pattern last week, the shark. It was a perfect 1-2 shark. So we're down back at T1. Okay, looking for that to retrace. 98.68 is the minimum number. I'm thinking it's probably a little bit lower. If it's T1, shark to 5.0, back up with confirmation. 29 was the number. Back to 19 already. It's going to be under 19, guys. And then start looking. If you really wanted to jump with Mara for that larger move, it's going to have to be after this completes. So Mara, are we almost there? No, we're not even close. Mara needs a little more time. Come down. It's like, let's use Applied Materials, AMD as the example, where we've been tracking that for 2 or 3 weeks. Now it finally hit. That's the same kind of a thing here. Let that come in. One or two more. Let's see are we holding this? Let's see. We're holding that on the 1 minute. It was a 1 minute, couple patterns on NQ. Trying to. Yeah, I would say that bat pattern's got a hold here. It's not a perfect 1-2 though. Look at that. That's for today. Where's the 5 minute? 5 minute dot's okay, but no patterns there. We get regular trading hours. Yeah, I don't like that. Bear flag it. 21,450. That's got to hold. Like if yesterday's gonna be a 1 day thing, that has to hold. And I'm not convinced. So let it do its thing. Let it come in on the daily. So be it. Yeah, because even look, here's the daily. Here's the daily HSI. We'll need to do that at some point next week. Come back down, several more bars, break underneath these lows. So for now, 21,450, guys. If that's going to crack, then you will see more of a retracement, but we'll deal with that by Tuesday. I'm not too concerned. Here's Bitcoin, guys. Let's just revisit that. Oh, nice little flush on Bitcoin just in the last 30 minutes. What's it down now? See, it's down $2,000, but that's 2% of the total price. Got to adjust the expectations. That's what was that, pre-market? Right at 9:30, we were 4% higher. That's pretty remarkable. Now under 98K. 96 is the bottom range. That's what you're looking for. Now, if we're 97.8 at the moment. Also, look, Bitcoin's like this. Look at all these wicks underneath the trend channel support line. Several. Really, since it started back in November. And you want all of these to hold. You want these wicks down here to hold. And so if we're under 96, guys, anytime soon, okay, then I would say we've probably got more work to do. But 96 to 115, that's been the range I've been talking about. Really, even since the crab pattern, since this. There it is. And we can look at it like this. If that's 30 days of consolidation here, which ended about 8 days ago. So 30 days was here. And now past that, what's this? This is like day 38. I mean, I would even say if that's supposed to be a continuation, then from here to the right, we should be able to get this thing higher. I mean, to get to 115, we give it until January 10. Talking another 3 weeks. Staying within that trend channel constraint. And this is a better box. Look, there's 115 on the top side. 96. What is 96? It's the hop level. Basically, you're looking for this to hold, become support. You're bouncing a little bit of 98 here. Let's see. A couple more. What's up, Neil? Neil, you want to look at the BTBT? Bit Digital. I know that's from a little while. Back at 351. Yeah. Weren't we saying 395 on this? Can someone refresh my memory? Neil? There was something back here at 4, or it was 401. It was a retest of the XA level for BTBT. I think, yeah, this is spots where, okay, if this is a long-term accumulation channel developing against that bat pattern, yeah, you want to be buying it on retest under the XA level. Certainly. Yeah, I mean, I think it holds here, but I think the other expectation is that it's not going to moon until we see Bitcoin doing more spectacular things. Clean Spark, Riot, Mara, Hut, a lot of those did phenomenal moves, but they're going to come back and retrace. BTBT at the low was, what was that, 2 to almost 6 percentage wise, but it's going to be a while. Like this should take, to get to target 1 should take most of the year. Certainly at least the next 4 to 6 months before you can expect that. And that's under the guise of Bitcoin making much bigger moves, 150, 160, or 200, which I think is still possible. I mean, I'm like, it's a 2% move. I think people are freaking out. 96, under 96, I'd say, okay, you got some more work to do. It's all good. Yeah. Palantir was the 80 was the 1902 on Palantir. Barney's asking. Sorry for jumping around. Let's keep it loose today, though. Palantir. Yeah, I think, look at Palantir, sky high. And this thing has been amazing. But was that the 1902? It matters. Sure, it matters. I mean, listen, just using the standard metrics. Oh, nice, man. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, again, we gotta respect the framework. We've done amazing things, and so, and I still say Palantir goes higher, but if you see it correct 10, 20%, don't be surprised. You hit these massive inflections like that 1618, 1902 range, you're going to get some reaction. Guys, think of August. Remember what August was like when we first hit the first 1618s across the board? And it just dumped. It was like just a vicious reaction. I mean, that's a consolidation range for Palantir. 80 to 65 pretty easily before it does some kind of recovery. Sure. Total crypto market cap looks like this. And we hit some numbers. Are we pausing? That's the 1902. What's the number here? Well, this little number, your 1618 was like right there. This mini 1618 from this year's correction, 1618 to 1902. 1902 was there of just this year's range. That's all I want to focus on. And that's at 3.6. Maximum target for total crypto market cap is still $5 trillion. Okay? But for right now, we hit this 1902 area, 1618, sideways pause. And we could sideways pause like this. Go here, grind it for 3 to 5 weeks. 3 to 5 weeks like that before we continue. And still, for total, B.7886. Interesting, we're at the 127 on the larger harmonic, but here. This is still the argument. 4.4 trillion is where we're headed for the cycle. For the cycle. What to see. I don't expect it to do like it did here. I don't expect it to go from February until August in a 6-month down move. I think it's more like, maybe it's like a month, 5 weeks. And it's got to be more like this. I showed you this in Bitcoin. We are in this, I wonder if people are sitting there and they just kind of mapping out exact days, because boy, there's so much rhyming here. But there's December, early January time period a year ago. That's total crypto market cap. And if you're looking for this thing to moon and it does that, that can be almost as confounding as it going down. And then where's the other one? Yeah, here we go. And this is during a flat out moon cycle. 2020, again, here's total crypto. I showed you this with Bitcoin a little while ago. Okay, there's late December, early January. Here, pause, 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 continue late January. Kind of lines up with the 21st. So let's see if we can get some other larger retracement opportunities. Total 3, what's that doing? Because we know that was a 1-2 for sure. T1, T2, there's HSI now. Interesting. Total 3 rolling over. Now, this week, it's got my attention. but would have to take out like a 3-bar range. And 1, 2, 3, I mean, that's all the way there. Let's take it to Sunday. Where's the daily? See, the daily's oversold. This is the interesting thing about total 3. I was looking at this the other day. We're oversold now. We were waiting for that. We're oversold against this bearish pattern. So a crab pattern, not the best. That really should be grabbing off of this 1618. Really should be grabbing from here. But all right, I'll take that. But what's it doing up here? That's still sideways grind, and we are almost 30 days out. Sorry, yeah, 30 days. We're 30 days beyond that. That's like, no, a couple more days on that. Interesting 30-bar window. Takes you to the 23rd. That's for total 3. But I'd be more to say that that's total 3's the real number on total 3. Who brought that up? Greg. What's up, Greg? Yep. Total 3's like this. The real 1618 on that is a little bit higher. I mean, it's grabbing, the software is grabbing from a slightly different metric, but that's like at 1 trillion, guys. 1 trillion being a big psychological number, not a biggie. Let's let that, you're on the daily chart here. So today you're going to have to deal. Tomorrow we might have to deal, but you want to see this thing give you an inflection like there or even here. So we're literally talking like 1 to 3 days of this to continue and get out of there and give us a counter HSI arrow. It's pretty close. You want some kind of arrow to come in literally tomorrow, like there, and then just continue to go sideways in this zone. It matters. Look, there's the completion of the pattern. That's actually the first bearish confirmation, and that was what, 10 days ago, 9 days ago, and we're already oversold here. So again, it seems like a lot. It's really not, and if anything, you're about to get an oversold counter signal. It's kind of like Solana, guys. We've been looking at Solana forever, looking for that to come back to 205 and give us the confirmation. It was a couple of things. You're 193 here on the 4-hour chart. We're probably at that hop level. It's a shark. There's a couple of things here. Oh, because the shark's overriding that. Let me show you this. Let me take off the shark. The bat patterns we were looking at. The shark is a little bit bigger, so it's going to override it. But let me remove the shark. All the bat patterns where it was like there you go. This bat to 235. The crab pattern. So there's the second test off of the crab. Hop level is like 198. Did we get the signal? No, we're not oversold yet. We're not oversold yet. On the 4-hour and the daily's like not even close. We need some dots. We need to get oversold. Some of them are oversold. Others are not oversold yet. Yeah. What stream is the Vegas meetup where I did the craps thing? Oh, you're in Vegas? What's up, Pete? I'll have to save that. The craps thing is totally different. I'll have to record that crap strategy. If you're really in Vegas, that's funny. Enjoy your time in Vegas. Here we go. Somebody wants to look at Celestia. Yeah, here we go. Celestia, Another one, we're waiting on a dot, and it's a perfect back-to-back. Remember this, and this is what we drew just a few days ago. It was like last week. We're looking for type 1 to complete. There we had HSI. We have the check back. 640 to 5, what was it, 520? Or 6. Sorry, there's a few patterns down here. It was a big bat, a smaller crab pattern. We're waiting on a dot. In terms of price, you've done your job. I just need a dot. This is why we're waiting on the dot. And look, yeah, we're deeply oversold. So now we're oversold. Great. Like a lot of these, this is a little different than Solana. You are oversold, but we haven't pivoted out. What about Cardano? Because I saw that got clipped. That's back at, so Cardano is at 90 here, which is the all-time 382. You're back at the all-time 382 now for Cardano. I'd be looking here, and that was the plan all along. For something like this, 382 is like 92 cents. Currently 88. Like that. Where's weekly? No, daily. Dailies. So dailies here at the week, right there, oversold on the daily. Great. HSI is there. We need a dot. You only need one green bar, by the way. So looking for one daily green bar for Cardano, and the same thing here. You're oversold. It's like a day or two away. I mean, by Tuesday, we'll come back. This stuff will probably all be in position. ADA, I'm just trading them, man. I'm not giving any value judgment because I think it was dead for a while. Then you were able to remove it billions of dollars. First wave over. Let's looking for the next spot. But that's crypto too. I mean, crypto does this repeatedly. Here's H bar. Okay, that's probably one of the most spectacular moves, 5 to 38. And this is another one, it clipping the oversold. Like seriously, 2 weeks ago, you guys would have prayed for this. So now, clipping oversold. The other thing I like about H bar, I'm not at this level, but in terms of watching how this shapes up the next day or two, you're at the 50, you're oversold. Give it a day. Give it 2 green days. Okay, then we can look at that. Because if it's really going to do something, that's not much of a pullback. Trying to put in this kind of a flag here. So line it up for right now. I mean, you're early for sure. But I need to see this kind of thing develop. I need to see that thing turn around, rev back up. What about Ethereum? It's been a while. Oh, look at Ethereum's well off 4K here. What's that? Bat pattern? Alternate bat? Yeah, not the best. But almost got the target 133.20. This is crypto, guys. This is so crypto. So all of these, what's the commonality? They're all down here ready for a final retest. HSI. So that points to another day or two. Yep. Desi wants to look at XLM. Yeah, I've been looking at that since the daily check back here. I've been kind of in and out of this one. I still have a big chunk. I still have a big chunk of this. Okay, is there going to be a continuation from here? I'm looking at this situation. Okay, where's the, where is it? It was a crab pattern right off the top. Crab pattern, where'd it go? Was it hourly? It was right here at 37, and we talked about this last week. Yeah, it's this crab on the hourly, but again, I need a dot. I need a dot. I mean, I bailed out of some of it up here at 45. I got really lucky, but this is still oversold. Yeah, another day or two, guys. I mean, this hourly here, you need to see some green candles. 37 cents right now. But I still have that, and I actually still have the XRP. XRP started going back into that. Yeah, right around the 220 level, right where we are. Added more at 240. There's a nice crab pattern. It's probably one of the better setups I've seen. 225-ish. Yeah, we're pausing, grinding here. Out the daily's, I think, for XRP is more impressive than XLM. And just hold it. Hold this range up here. Hold that 190. I'll let you guys know when I add more. And I will add more. I had a big move in XRP that I took to 250. And I added back about 20% of that original position at around 220 to 240 area. And I'm thinking I'll look to add more. What's the 4 hour? 4 hour, almost. I think we need to give it today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. I'm not going to miss much here. And I think I still like what's going on there. Let's see. I definitely like that more than, I mean, I like XLM and I'm still long XLM. One or two more of, here, let me go back to Solana really quick. Guys, I do think Solana's given us a chance here. And I need a dot. And I won't go until I have a dot, because I know with a dot I have at least 2 green bars that confirm it. So 205 was my low end number, for what we were originally looking at. We're now 195. I need a dot. So I'm really watching this closely. Okay, and I do want to get in on whatever this retracement is on Solana. Okay, I do think it's going to set up for the next wave. If it's this bat pattern at 168, the dot will come in first. So it's not here yet. Even if I was just looking at that 4 hour structure and saying, all right, we're at the XA level, I need a dot. I need confirmation. There was a dot, there was a dot. I need a dot down here. That's how I'm looking at a lot of this. What's up, Grant? Tau. Sure. Lenny says Bitcoin going to 77 to 80. You'd pray for that. I think you would want to welcome that with both arms. Tau Bit and Soar. This was another one. Did it do it? Yeah, look, we had the crab, and T1 is at 511, now 457. You guys know what I'm going to say. And it's been the strategy with the bearish patterns where we want to see that pull back, do the reaction, and then register something at T1. Where is it? Are we oversold? Now we are. As of today, we're oversold on Tau. So here's a prime setup. You need another day or two to pivot out, but that's the exact kind of reaction move where we've been waiting on it, just been dragging out for the last, 10 days. So we're going to get HSI, like I said, probably tomorrow. Definitely on the next green bar, you'll pop that out. And your 456, somewhere between 378, 511. I think it's probably closer to that 378 number. But nothing changes. You're looking for the return move. Use the bearish pattern. That's the type 1 reaction. T1, there went the dot, and now there was the reaction. There's T1 dollar sign already. But now you're here with HSI. It's got to roll over. It's got to turn up. It's already rolled over. But everything is oversold by definition. So now you want to be looking. This is the kind of opportunity that that we want to look for. No doubt. Miguel wants to look at Phantom. Yeah, Phantom, I don't even have to look at that chart. I know that thing got way overextended. 101. Wasn't that 140? Yeah, that was 140. So, yeah, man. Here. This is the same situation. They're all in the same situation. Maybe not all, but most of them. You're a day away from being oversold, but that's a 2 or 3 day process. So let it do its thing. It's not ready for a long. In fact, it has to get in and then pivot out. So that's tomorrow. That's this weekend. And a weekly close is not going to be nice. Yeah. That's for now. Yeah. You had your chance. Had your chance. Couple more. What was that? Nick wants to look at Neo. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Neo had a great move, right? Last week? No, that was Rivian with the great move. Neo's down here. Yeah, big bat pattern for Neo, Nick. But that's 389. This is, I hate to say it, but this is a tax loss candidate. People are going to dump that. That's different than, say, Rivian. Yeah, Rivian had a nice move last week. Rivian's sitting in this big zone, though. And again, you're just under the pressure of like a 2-3 day market retracement. So I don't think you can expect much going into the end of the year here. Rivian, blah, blah, blah. 10 to 14, that's about it. Nasdaq here trying to get positive for the day. You're 62. It's pretty clear where this has to hold, guys. Look, you have to hold. This is better. So since we started, we had the check back on the hourly. 21,450 something was the number we were talking about when we started. So here you go. And we're 30 minutes away from the first green bar. So this is, send you guys home with this, okay? It's a normal market mechanism pullback. Thank God. 5% correction in a couple of days. Remember August? That was like 3 to 5 days of this kind of a thing. That's probably where we're at. Let it do its thing. But just line up, take the time. Line up stuff like this. We get a yellow dot, and this is for stocks or crypto. That's the light going on. I mean, last yellow dot was there. Just on the 13th, and it sent it like this. From here, okay, 1 green candle, 2 green candles. Then you can expect things to open up and recover, but not until. That's why you get the software. Just go through and look and time it with the dots. I mean, the last dot here, okay, that was the bearish signal was just a week ago, Tuesday. You had your retracement. Great. Let's do it again. Same with crypto, same with the stocks. But line them up now because you don't want to miss these opportunities. Look, Solana, if it's 205 or if it's 195 or if it's 170, doesn't matter. Wherever that dot goes on, I'm going to want to jump on that for the next leg. And it's not just back to, say, 220. You're looking for this retracement to be something substantial that gets you into later January, into the end of the first quarter. That's this kind of retracement right now. What's up, Paris? Yeah, okay, you got me. Pepe. I'm sure this is on some kind of retracement. Yes, Pepe. But the question is where? 4-hour dailies like that. Okay. What's your last dot? All the way up there at around 25, 30, 358. 4-hour time frame. I think you have to have some things on a 4-hour time frame. And there you go. So Pepe's another one, guys. You're at the hop of a shark and there's confirmation. but we need a dot. And to get a dot, you need 8 hours of green trading before you even go in on that. Maybe it's like 19251 here. You're currently 175, but I need to see green candles that would say this selling is over. It's there, close, but I need to see some green price action. So just let it do its thing. A lot of these are not right there yet. They're probably, like I said, 2 days away. And look for this, can we get that progress on the 4 hour for Pepe? It's not a bad idea, man. I really, and I think I do want to be looking at this, but even here on the daily, there you go. Pepe's oversold, but it has to pivot out. It's like where we were back here, and that was a month ago. We hit the oversold, we got an arrow, and then maybe like 5 days later, we started a resumption. And that's what's going on here. So you're thinking about over the next couple of days, people, letting this do its thing, give you the arrow, give you the dot, and then get ready to go. But that's probably not until like, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, maybe with the holidays and stuff, maybe between Christmas and whatever. It's still, like I said, you need 2 or 3 days of work in here. And it has to be constructive today, tomorrow. Yeah, like Nasdaq's not impressing me. You were down, what was that? You were down 845 yesterday and you're up 60 now. That should be up like 300 at a minimum. So I'm just watching, guys. Really, I think this is the first time since probably September where we just kind of want to wait and see. We've been super aggressive for the last 2 months. Feels great. It's been a lot of fun to make that money. But let's just take a couple of day window here, step it back, and let some dots materialize for us. Define it. I want in on the next level on Tesla. I want in on the next level on Palantir. I'm still looking. I'm getting my ass handed to me on a bunch of Robinhood calls. I still have till early January, and I want to add to that, but let this thing settle out. Like Tesla here, 436. It's probably like 420 or 415, and that only takes us back like a week or two. We'll get the opportunity. I think you got to let this just recognize what's gone down here in the last 48, 72 hours. Yeah, I mean, Tesla's really sweet. Even the 5 minute, like Tesla 5 minute. Do we have a pattern on the 5 minute? Oh yeah, look at the shark. Okay, that's something to go on. You should see stuff like this, guys. Pull up the software. If you want to trade, okay, and you're looking for signals, let's say we get some bullish dots later today or tomorrow. Yeah, then I'd say these 5 minute patterns are going to give you some kind of move, like 420 hop level, target 1, 457. Yeah, that's tradable. But that's all we're going to get until this larger shakeout ends, and that's probably next week. Just make sure you have signals. Make sure you have the software. Okay, so first person to type in HPC 60. HPC 60 will win the 60-day license and gold membership. If you want to get the holiday software special, go access that link, and the coupon code is 2025. It's 15% off. Adam Black, you win. It was HPC 60. And Daniel, what are you doing answering, man? You already won. Adam Black, you've got to email me at harmonictrader@gmail, and we'll set you up with the 60-day license. Tuesday, I'm going to do Santa Claus special. I'll give away a couple of licenses. There won't be just 30-day. I'll give away a couple 60-day gold membership packages. Let you guys get with that. And let's chill. Let's set it up. Stay on your favorites. Tesla's one of mine. I'd be looking for Tesla to come back there in 425 area. Retest that HSI. But again, tighten it up. we're probably going to, we've probably seen the top for the year. It's not a crazy thought, but we've probably seen the top until I would think early January for now. We'll get a bounce off of today, but let's see what happens by Monday, Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. So hit subscribe, like if you've enjoyed what we've done here, and we'll be back then. Until then, have a great one, guys.